I'm back with my guest, Mark Harris. He's written this truly wonderful book, Five Came Back, required reading, I think, for both classic movie fans and World War II buffs. I'm both. Mark is here to discuss and add context to the pictures John Ford made during World War II, many of them for the military. This one, though, a regular feature film. Welcome back, Mark.
Thanks.
So you see references to World War II in the movie, including a reference to the Nazi invasion of Norway, which happened like a week before shooting started.
Yeah, it's really remarkable when you look at these movies, especially movies made between, say, 1940 and 1942, that filmmakers were racing to keep up with current events and changing their movies often on a dime during production or even after production to accommodate how quick the news cycle was. And because movies were made so quickly then, because you could really take a concept and go from writing it to shooting it to testing it to re-editing it to theaters within 6 months, you really could convey some immediacy even in a movie like The Long Voyage Home that was based on material that was 25 years old.
This is as we mentioned before the movie, a John Wayne and John Ford movie. I want to talk a little bit about their relationship because it is one of the most famous and most successful actor-director collaborations in Hollywood history. I don't think anybody would argue with that. And Ford really defined himself by his service in the Navy, even after the war. He carried some bitterness that John Wayne did not go serve. Yet, as we all know from the enormously successful movies they made after the war, they definitely got past that.
Right. I mean, I think everybody assumes because Ford and Wayne made so many movies together that their relationship must have not had any bumps in it. But it was difficult, and it was particularly difficult during World War II. Ford had a great deal of contempt for anyone he saw as evading service. And John Wayne certainly didn't evade service, but found reasons not to go. He had kids, and as he said later, he thought he could do the war effort more good being John Wayne on screen than being John Wayne in a uniform. That, by the way, was a view that was really endorsed by the military, which did not want movie stars going into service. The potential morale crush of a celebrity getting killed in action was something that the War Department really, really wanted to avoid. But Ford was not as sympathetic to that point of view.
Thanks, Mark. Good stuff. Stick around. Mark and I will be back to discuss a Ford documentary that gave Americans their first glimpse of a real World War II battle, aerial combat. But first, a Private Snafu animated short.
Turner